following program contains situations, material, and or language that is not suitable for all listeners. Viewer discretion is advised. The following program is brought to you by His Productions.
The podcast no one listens to, with Kevin Porter. Nice.
But then I was like, hey man, get your donut out of my dildo. What? Oh shit, dude, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Who puts a dildo in a donut? This guy. I don't know, man. What's going on with you guys? We're back for another week that was here on the podcast that no one listens to. Kevin Porter back, dude. Shit, dude. Did you guys think I wasn't coming back? Like, what? I was like, oh shit, Kevin Porter's canceled. Get him out of here. Get him off the internet, man. If they can kick Donald Trump out of Mar-a-Lago or Mar-a-Lago, whatever they call it, then they can take Kevin Porter out just like that. You know why? Because no one listens. That's why. So I can get away with doing to my pleasure. It's like, oh, what's this podcast about? Mainly about masturbation. Just loves masturbates vigorously. That should be like a thing, dude. Like people should somebody out there should just the masturbation podcast and make it audio only. I mean, dude, you could do a porn podcast. I don't know. Do you get fucking people naked? Hey, what's up, dude? That's the next thing, dude. People getting naked and recording porno. What? Stupid. No, people getting naked and recording a podcast. That's what's up. That's the new stipulation, guys. You guys want to be on my podcast? You got to be naked. So, what's up with you guys? I'm feeling pretty good this week, dude. I'm feeling pretty good. I was looking through my laundry today, and I don't know if you noticed, dude. I got a vintage Vandals Live Fast Diarrhea, dude. Straight up, this is from when it came out. The album came out in 1995 or something I think it was 95. I don't know. I may be wrong, but yeah, dude, totally bought this shit on eBay, dude, for $15, dude. Hella steal. So I'd washed it. I totally had forgot that I even had it, but I was checking my laundry today, and I was like, oh shit, it's right there, dude. So I was like, I'm wearing that Vandal shirt. Yeah, man, totally just got back, dude, from going to comedy mic. Dude, the comedy. I don't like calling it open mic, dude. It's like open mic. It's like, I know we're all amateur as shit, dude. But it's just I don't know. Calling it a comedy mic, I don't know. Open mic implies that it's open to anybody. It's like, dude, if anybody's going to show up at a comedy open mic with a guitar, it's like, unless you're doing jokes, get the fuck out of here, man. I got a song from my daughter that I wrote 3 days ago. So, get out of here, Jerry. Get the fuck out of here, man. No one wants to hear about your daughter. What? So, I don't know, dude. We're just trying to waste time. So, it's been a fun week, dude. Like I said, man, gotta get on stage tonight, dude. Not many people were out there, dude. Shout out Jaime Garcia, host with the most this week, dude. Yeah, man. He was trying to bring me out to Tupac. He was trying to institute music as you come up on stage, which I think is badass. I think we just need to get somebody else on the side that's dedicated to it so they're ready to go. So that way your host doesn't have to worry about fucking hit and play, So, but I think it's a good idea, dude. And he was gonna bring me out to some Tupac and shit, dude. So which if you listen to the podcast, if you listen to audio only, sorry for anybody on YouTube, dude. I can't get away with playing music on YouTube, dude. They copyright it every time. And it's maybe one day when I'm famous, let's be real, I'll never be famous. But maybe one day it's don't sell yourself short, Kevin Porter. It's why do you keep talking like a fucking shitty redneck, dude? It's because it's the only voice I can do. I don't know, man. It's the only voice that I can do. I don't know, dude. But I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Where the fuck were we? It's all the insanity, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, shout out Jaime Garcia, dude. It was cool, man. Again, we all got up there. Actually, kind of, I don't know, I guess I didn't close anyway. I was going to say, when we first initially got the list, there was, nobody there. And he's like, Jaime asked me if I want to go on last or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. I'll fucking close this shindig out. But then, actually, somebody else had shown up and hopped on stage. So, technically I wasn't the headliner, but whatever. bygones will be bygones. Man, it's like that makes no sense. Bygones being bygones has nothing to do with headlining a comedy show, dude. Shut the fuck up. You're so stupid, Kevin. It's like, what? I was dropped on my head twice as a child. That doesn't mean shit. I'm a contributing member to society. I pay taxes. So, yeah, I got to go up on stage and, like, fucked around for, like, 7 minutes. There's, like, not even any of us up there, dude. So it's like you had to stretch out a full hour between basically, like, 5 comics, you know? So normally, like, last week, dude, I got on stage. I clocked myself out at, like, 3 minutes, like something like 3 fucking minutes. But I knew I had time to play with. So I was like, all right, let's just kind of fuck around a little bit. Kind of did some, threw some shit in there that I wasn't necessarily planning on. Changed the order up a little bit. I've gotten pretty good though, man. Last two times going up, dude. I haven't read needed my notes or anything. Just like press record, man. I've been able to commit everything to memory, dude. And even like, throw in whatever feels right at that moment. And, for the most part, I mean, I got a couple laughs, dude. I'm not going to fucking act like anything special, dude. I mean, my last joke fucking bombed. I had a Tom Brady joke and it was pretty, I don't know. I added some lines to it that, like, on paper, if I would have just done the joke as I'd written it, it was like, all right, whatever. But, like, I don't know. I kind of, like, stretched out. I gave it some meat and shit as I was on stage. And I was actually kind of, like, I actually thought it was pretty fun. Like, I thought it was a fun joke, dude. But, like, there was, like, pretty much no reaction whatsoever at that end. When I listened to it back on the way home, I was like, okay, whatever, dude. And besides all those jokes, I had, like, 3 Super Bowl jokes. 3 of them I'm not, like, I don't know, maybe one of them I can keep, but, like, 2 of them definitely I'm dropping, like, right away. That being I did a Tony Romo joke too, dude. It's like, who fucking cares about Tony Romo, dude? It's like, he brings down a broadcast, dude. America cringes at Tony Romo's performance in the booth every single week, dude. I don't know, man, but it feels good, dude. Two open mics, or 2 comedy mics under my belt. At this point, and again, looks like should be doing it next week, dude. So unless we go back into fucking lockdown, which hopefully fucking we don't, I think we are back, dude. I'm back in terms of just being able to fucking rock a mic every single week, dude. So I felt pretty good though, man. It's again, like, I felt like the I felt like the ideas were coming to me, man. Like this week, like I was just. The jokes that I did use, dude, like, I was like, yeah, okay, cool, man. And, I don't know. I felt pretty good because, like, I actually, like, applied myself. I was like, all right, I need to make this funnier. I'm sitting here. I'm like, all right, I need to make this funnier. And I'm just, like, fucking around with it, like, saying it out loud. And I was like, I actually came up with a couple tags on there. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, maybe I'm not as retarded as I thought I was when it came to writing jokes. But here we are, dude. So I felt good. So... that's pretty much all fucking I got going on right now, man. I mean, between podcasting and doing comedy, been watching, a little bit of TV. I watched actually the very first season of Transformers: Robots in Disguise. What? Fuck you, Megatron. Was it Skyforce or whatever? He's like, it's like basically the guy that, like, wants to take over for Megatron or whatever. He's like the second, like, in command for the fucking Decepticons. And like, it's the same guy that does Cobra Commander, dude, which makes sense. It's Hasbro, so, like, duh. But yeah, no, I just got done watching the very first season of Transformers. Then immediately after that, what did I put on? I put on the fucking Irishman, man, the Criterion Collection, dude. It's amazing how, like, the technology that they used for that movie and how, like, young Pesci, De Niro, and fucking Al Pacino look. It's a good movie, man. I know, like, women out there, I know you guys talk shit about Martin Scorsese films, but they're so boring. So at least Jessica, dude, she's not into it, dude. I was like, what do you mean you don't like Goodfellas? What the fuck do you mean you don't like Goodfellas? But we're able to, I don't know. So I watched. I got to finish it tomorrow because I still got to edit this shit afterward. Fuck, man, I'm not going to bed till like midnight tonight. Damn it, dude. But we're on a roll again. What? So yeah, man. Watch I don't even know what else I want to watch. I'm just like, I don't know. I got G.I. Joe. I've been watching a shit ton of G.I. Joe too. I was watching actually the G.I. Joe the movie here a couple days ago, which I have like a real. I wouldn't say it's a broken down copy because it actually plays really well, but the cover is beat to shit, dude. Normally, like, I don't like picking up movies like that or have like really beat to shit covers, but like you don't really find G.I. Joe the movie at Goodwill every single day. It's not a common occurrence. So I was like, all right, I got to pick this up until I can at least like get a better copy. Then I can fucking, do as I want with this one. It's like, I give it back to Goodwill. They're like, we don't want it. We don't want it. Weird. Good. Goodwill's fucking weird. We tried getting into some furniture. And I think Dustin, remember when Dustin Barron, shout out Dustin Barron, man, in the mouth of madness, Mr. Mayhem. And he was on here last pod when he was a guest on here a couple, I don't know, I want to say it was a couple months ago. It feels like a couple months ago, I guess, at this point. But they tried donating some furniture down to Goodwill, and they got turned away. And so did we, dude. Jessica tried taking some nightstands that we had down there. Like, we're not taking furniture. It's like, dude, this is how you make your money. Like, what do you mean you're not taking fucking furniture? It's got COVID on it, bro. It's like, wow, you guys are like, I figured you guys wouldn't take shit, because of possible bed bugs from somebody or something. I think that would be more of a real reason. Fucking COVID. Go fuck yourself, man. I don't know, dude, but it is what it is, man. So I'm gonna take off the hat, dude. It's like my hair's all fucked up, dude. It's all fucked. I've been wearing a hat all day, so I got hat hair, bitch. Dude, I don't know, man. This weekend should be a fun weekend. Going to Parts Unknown for a couple days. Not really looking forward to driving, considering it's like supposed to snow like a motherfucker this weekend. And hopefully I make it back. I got to come back on Sunday. Not too bad, dude. Not too bad. It's going to be, actually, I know she doesn't listen. So I know she doesn't listen, but like straight up Jessica's like basically like, cause like, work and everything, like she's like, you can come back on Sunday by yourself, and her and the kids are just going to stay where we're going. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I get the fucking house to myself for 2 fucking nights, dude. 2 fucking nights, dude. So I'm just like, fuck, what am I going to do, dude? I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, I'm going to go through my, my collection of movies, and we're going to pick specific movies that I just, I haven't watched in a long time, or I just want movies I'd like to see on the big screen with the surround sound. Because again, like, Jesse's kind of a bee when it comes to, watching certain movies in the house, and like, it's fine. I wish, dude, I don't know. She just doesn't like it, dude. I don't know. She's just like, I don't know why she doesn't, but I mean, I can get away with whatever I want, dude. But, like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited because I don't know. I'm like, I'm not really an introvert. I don't think I'm really a true introvert when I talk about it, dude. Because like, I was doing a podcast with Tim Hubert from 94.5 Cats this past week, and is a future episode that's gonna drop here in like a month or something. And we were talking. I was like, man, I get like really bad anxiety when I go out to like grocery stores and shit, dude. And like how like I'm around like people at a Fred Meyer's in like small narrow ways. I'm like, I don't know why, dude. I just have anxiety about that shit. Oh shit, dude, I'm fucking high as fuck, and I'm like totally losing my fucking spot, dude. It's like, well, why don't you just stop re-recording then? Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I'm not like really like a true introvert, because like, dude, when I'm around people, like, I don't know. I went and did open mic tonight. It's like I just walked around, like, I don't know. I just fucking played video games and shit, and like I don't know. Like when I'm around people, I'm not like I like talking to people and shit. I'm like pretty conversational, dude. I think this podcast has helped me a lot in that. But I don't know, for some reason, man, I just don't like large groups at a fucking store, grocery store, dude. Like even going to a game or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm like intimidated by pushing the car. It's like it's too much. So I don't know, guys. I guess we can go ahead and just end this shit, dude. Get into the meat of the show. That's the magic of editing, you sons of bitches. So no, on today's podcast, we have Trevor Shay making his return to the show, dude. I think it's like Trevor's like 3rd or 4th time on the podcast, dude. It's like I need to go back and like I like how on some podcasts you watch and like how they number the specific time that guest is on there specifically to that episode. So it's like -3 or 4 or whatever, But yeah, no, Trevor's a cool guy, man, dude. Like Trevor fucking always made me laugh in high school, dude. Like me and Trevor, whenever we would get stoned when we were like 15, 16, dude, like he would just fucking like, what junk? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, Trevor always made me laugh, dude. So I've always got along with Trevor. We've always been friends. And, dude, definitely stoked to have him back on the podcast. Want to do it again, dude. We were actually supposed to do it was a 3-man pod, or between me, him and Dustin Barron. And that was actually supposed to take place like a month ago. We were talking about Dustin just a few minutes ago. In that episode that he was on, it was supposed to be me and Trevor and Dustin all together. But unfortunately, Trevor was 6 away to like reschedule. And here we are, dude. So this is the rescheduling of the scheduling of the scheduling. So I don't know, dude. But yeah, dude, with that being said, before we get to Trevor, go ahead and check out Are You Ready? Oh, a professional wrestling podcast. Find us on all major podcast platforms, I believe. I think we are. Don't quote me on that, but I think we are. This episode that we just dropped this past Monday was a Monday Night Raw from 2002. Triple H and Stephanie, I think we talked about it last week. That was upcoming, but we recorded this next week's episode, and we're going back to ECW, son. So that episode that we just did this last week, the ECW one that's coming out this Monday, dude, totally one of my favorites. Honestly, it's like anytime we watch ECW, dude, it's just such a fun show, and it creates such good banter between me and Jay, dude. That it's like I don't know, it's always gonna be a good time when ECW is being featured on our podcast. But yeah, dude, go ahead, subscribe, and rate. Same here on this podcast, man. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? You're like, man, I'm on Spotify. I can't rate you, dude. But hey, if you're on iTunes, give us that 5-star review. Maybe you leave us a comment or something. I don't know. We actually got a comment the other day, dude. And I was like, shout out to that person that left that comment, dude. We never get comments, so it's good to hear from somebody for once. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, I give you Trevor Shay.
All aboard!
Cool, dude.
So what's up, dude? How you doing?
Not much, man. Just chilling. I have a few days off I took like the week off and stuff, so I'm just chilling at home.
Yeah.
But that's about it. How was your Christmas?
Dude, Christmas was pretty legit. I don't know. Got like a shit ton of gift cards, so I spent last night shopping on Amazon, dude. I got a new skateboard, so pretty stoked about that.
That's awesome. What kind of deck and trucks did you get?
World Industry. It was just a basic World Industry board. To tell you the truth, man, I've never really my whole life I've never really paid too much attention to the trucks for the most part. I know the wheels are the same as that I had on this toy machine board I had a couple years ago. So it's like ACG or some shit like that. I don't know, but they're pretty good. Yeah. The bearings are pretty good from what I can tell, dude. So it was time to get a new skateboard. Get ready for the year. Yeah.
Shit, man, I haven't skated in fucking forever.
When was the last time you skateboarded?
Fuck, like before 2005, 2006, like 15 years ago.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I haven't had a skateboard.
Yeah.
I was gonna get a longboard, but I haven't. So.
I do have a longboard, but I never ride it. Like once we moved out to the country, dude, like I kind of lost the suburb, area. So I used to ride my longboard around there all the time. I used to ride my skateboard around there all the time, but yeah, now it's like dirt roads. So, which I guess you can get those off. Huh?
Where do you guys live out now?
I live out in West Valley, dude. Like way the fuck out in West Valley.
Oh, okay.
Like you know where the cemetery is?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousins live out there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you follow the road up past the cemetery, you just kind of follow that a little ways, and like a couple lefts here, a couple rights there. You'll get to my place.
The cemetery, it's like on a hill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to name it off the top of my head, but yeah, it's that cemetery on the hill.
Yeah, I remember that place. My cousins used to live out there.
Yeah.
Well, they probably still do. I don't know. I haven't talked to them forever.
Fuck yeah, I know. I hear that, dude. Like I just was talking to most of my cousins here just because of all the family issues and shit. And like I haven't talked to to say the least, dude. Like most of my family, we haven't necessarily had a relationship for a good while. It's not to say like anything bad or anything, but it's just. I mean, I don't know. It's just how it is, dude. Life, you just grow away from each other, unfortunately.
Yeah. I had like a Zoom chat with my family yesterday, like with my mom and Justin and all of them. So it's kind of cool to see everyone. But yeah, it's cool. This is actually my second time using Zoom, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to use Skype and stuff, but this works pretty fluid. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, dude. I haven't had too many issues at all with Zoom. Like the whole time I've been using it basically since I guess May or June or whatever. I once once everything kind of hit with the pandemic, I had to like, do what everybody else did and, basically went primarily on Zoom for all my podcasts. But for the most part now, I mean, most people will come into the studio, which I like doing it in the studio, but I like having this option, dude, with the video. It's like, I mean, once I can get like a, camera set up in my office and stuff here and actually have like a legit setup, I mean, that'll be badass. But for now, dude, it's like just doing a Zoom call, like it's just as good.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I haven't been doing much. It's, I don't know. I think it's like 40 degrees here or whatever, but,
that's not bad.
it's weird here
For Washington,
because,
that's a nice spring day.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I want it to be gloomy and stuff, but, like it's weird here. Like it doesn't snow and get cold until like January. I don't know. It's weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah, dude. If you want a gloomy place, dude, Yakima right now, dude. We had snow yesterday, and it's just foggy as fuck, dude. Like I'm doing my dishes and stuff. I'm looking out the window. Normally, I can see across the way. No way, dude. Not today, dude. It's too foggy.
It's always like there's always sun here and stuff. I hate it. I tell everyone at work, I was like, if I could nuke the sun, I would, because I hate it. And everyone's like, well, then we'd all die. I was like, well, then I don't care because I hate the sun.
Oh, I fucking hate you guys too then. We need vitamin D, right?
I mean, it's cool in small doses to me, but I don't know, I've never been one to be like growing up, my parents like, it's such a beautiful day today. I'm like, why? Like the sun's out. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just like it when it's gloomy, I guess. It's just what I prefer.
Yeah. I like it. See, and I think with Yakima, you kind of get a nice balance of that, dude, because you do get like periods like for weeks where it's just cloudy. I feel like we just came out of that here within the last like month or two, like where it was pretty gloomy out, dude. But I mean, you'd have your burst of sun in there every once in a while and stuff. You'd have a couple days stretch, which I can feel where you're coming from, dude. Because I feel like back in the day, like when we were in high school, dude, like you definitely wanted that Seattle feel, like the cloudiness, the gloominess and stuff. There's something that's really like unique to that, and it is nice. But also, I think over the years I have learned, at least on my own, it's like I do, or I shouldn't say learn, but I do like appreciate the sun. I do appreciate a sunny day and being outside and like, getting that vitamin D or whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool in small doses for me, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather
if you got to be around it. Yeah. If you got to be out all day in it, then fuck that, dude. Like I would definitely want clouds. Fuck getting sunburned, dude. Especially like I'm fair skinned guy, dude. So I get sunburned easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I want to talk about skateboards. Dude, I want to get back to like you talking about last time you went because like I feel like when we all met each other, like none of us really were skateboarding at that point. It seemed like we had all skated kind of like in middle school-ish, like
Yep.
Yeah. So like take me on your journey, dude. Like what got you into skateboarding back in the day? I feel like it's probably very similar to mine, but we all have our unique paths.
Well, let me start by saying one thing, because you remember Chad, right?
Yep. I remember Chad.
Yeah. So let me just bring one thing up, just because I used to skateboard with him a lot and stuff, but to start off, just to let you know, Chad actually had his first daughter like 3 days ago. His first kid.
Shit!
So,
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he had his first kid, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so it's cool. We stayed in touch, and he was able to send that to me and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's definitely. We both have kids, so we know the journey that he's about to be on. But
it's quite the journey.
Anyways, something pretty cool about that. But yeah, so basically, I mean, me and Chad and like my brother were like, we were like chubby growing up, and I mean, with video games and stuff, like in early middle school, like I remember, I'm pretty sure that a big deciding factor on skating for a lot of people when we were younger was the whole Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the first game that came out.
Very much, yes.
And
very much.
I know when we started playing that, and like, I mean, I listened to some punk and stuff like that, but when we got that game, it's like all of us went out. Like that's also about the time when I met like you guys and Weston. Well, actually, I met you in high school, but I met Weston and like his older brother, and they had been skating. So
I can't imagine Brett freaking skateboarding, dude. I can't imagine that.
Weird. Like Brett has always been a great dude, but when I met him, he looked like to me, he reminded me of a Beavis and Butthead character with an afro, you know? And it was weird seeing him with this huge fro. Like, I remember sitting at Weston's house and Bert, like, combing his hair with, like, a pick, and you could see static electricity, like, coming out of his afro. Like, it was insane. But, yeah, I mean, we all got together and stuff, and then, you know, I got a skateboard, my brother got a skateboard, and Chad got a skateboard, and I mean, we all wanted to be unique, so it's like my brother skateboarded with,
Right.
what is it? I can't remember. Was it Dark Star? Was that
Dark Star. Yeah, Dark Star was one. Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon skated Dark Star and Black Label, and then I liked Zero because I was a big fan of Jamie
Oh,
Bond.
fucking Zero, dude. They had like those were sweet boards, dude.
Yeah, I liked them too because they had some graphics, some decks that had some cool graphics and stuff, but I was a fan of like
Just that
really
basic
like
Zero, like just the black and the white, dude. I always liked that.
Yeah, the Stamp Bold logo. That's the one I like too.
Me too.
You know, it was simple, but it was cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing back then. Like, I went to it used to be a skate shop. I think it used to be on. I think it wasn't Ty. It's on like Lincoln or something.
It was Some of You.
Yeah,
that one. It was right by Dustin's parents' house.
Yep. Yeah, next to that Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
But I went there and I was like, yeah, I want that deck. And they're like, what trucks do you want? What kind of wheels? And you know, I was like, I don't know, 12, so I didn't know what the fuck they did. So I was like, oh, right. Let's look. You know, everyone had the Spitfire T-shirt, so of course we're all gonna pick Spitfire wheels and shit like that. But
Spitfire was cool though, dude. Like, they didn't make any decks, did they? It was like strictly just wheels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did probably like 80% of the wheels out there. They had so many different kinds, you know. But I remember we just started skating a lot. That's actually when like me, Chad, and Justin lost a whole bunch of weight, like up until like 10th grade. You know, we skated up until then. I mean, you know, those were the early stages before we had cars, like before we go through like driver's ed and stuff. So we had to have a way to get around. So we were either like, you know, biking or skateboarding. But I remember when I started skateboarding in middle school, this is actually kind of a funny story, but I don't know if you knew Brian Fleege, Clinton Davis, you know, all those guys.
I never hung out with those guys, but like I know of them though. Like, yeah, I know of them.
And you know Andrew Gertler and all them.
Yeah.
Well, when I was at Wilson, growing up, like as a little kid up until like, you know, in middle school, I used to rollerblade, and I was in this group of skaters that Weston and Sean Holmes like kind of pulled me into, because I became friends with Weston, I became friends with Sean, and they were like, Sean was like the king of like this fucking huge group of skaters, and like I made friends with them, so I was like, cool, like that's how I met Sean. Like Sean thought I was cool, so we hung out, and we were all hanging out one day at lunch, and I was talking to Sean. It somehow got brought up that I rollerbladed too, and I remember Sean was like, you rollerblade? And I was like, yeah. And I'll never forget, he screamed, skaters, kill the blader. And I started running, dude. I was running through the field, and like I had like 20 of these guys chasing me and stuff.
It's like some Indiana Jones shit right there.
Yeah, dude. I was running my fucking ass off. And the only person, I was fat. I can't believe I outran him, but the only person who caught me was Clinton Davis. And when he caught up to me, he like grabbed me, and I go, what the fuck? And he goes, hey, what kind of blades you got, dude? And I was like, this fucking liar. You know,
closet rollerbladers out there at Wilson.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because like Sean, like Brian Fleege was kind of a dick. Like he was a kind of an assertive friend. Like he was pretty cool, but I didn't really talk to him much. But one funny thing was like since I was kind of the new guy, they kind of picked on me a little bit or whatever, and I just kind of hung out with Sean. I was just kind of there chilling. And I remember one day people were giving me shit. And Brian, out of nowhere, was like, leave him alone. And they're like, well, why? He's the new guy. And he's like, because he looks like Diddy Kong. And then from that point on, they all left him alone. I don't know why, but they thought it looked like Diddy Kong.
Like Diddy Kong, dude.
Diddy Kong from Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I look like Diddy Kong. But
call me Diddy, guys. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm accepted.
Yeah, it was, you know, that was like, I started losing weight and shit, and that's when I started meeting everybody. And then obviously I met Sean, or you through Sean eventually, and
Yeah. Well, that was like freshman year. Like I was just talking to Dustin about this on the podcast a couple weeks back. And yeah, dude, it was like that freshman year we had Mr. Schaefer's class, and like I didn't know you or Weston or Dustin. You guys all three had that class with me. And yeah, I just sat in the corner with my Liberty spikes and like kept my head down and just like fucking slept all fucking trimester.
I remember you came over. I remember Dustin came over to my house too, and you were with him, and that's when I had those redneck neighbors next door, and all we did was like talk shit to those neighbors because they had this like fucking.
There was like 5 kids living there or some shit, dude.
Yeah. And then that teenage girl who went to 2 bedrooms. School with us. Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, dude. Those times like were very memorable, man. Like I've always wanted to like, I always had this idea of like, back in the, like 10 years ago or something, where like I wanted to do like a documentary on that, like because it was like what, like maybe 12 months to like maybe 18 months to where like all of us were all hanging out, dude, because it was a very brief period of time where all of our crew was together, and then everybody kind of just like went it splintered off after that. But I mean, for that solid like 12 months, like at least that one school year, I guess, like that sophomore school year, dude, like September to like at least June, I don't know, like, dude, it was so much fun, dude. Like, especially like you said, dude, hanging out at your house. I remember like those memories of going over to your place, and like your brothers always told me the story about how like I said something to him, like his first memory of me was like when, and I think I remember the night, like we were all just hanging. It was like a bunch of people at your house, dude. Like it was like me, Dustin, Chad may have been there, just a shit ton of us. And then your brother had all his friends over, like, Tim Cook, Ray, all those dudes. And I said something to him like, fuck Kurt Cobain, or like I fucked Kurt Cobain last like evening or some shit like that. Like to this day, like he's brought it up to me, and I'm like, dude, I don't remember saying it, I guess, but I do kind of remember now. That's been brought up so many times.
I mean, I believe it. Like it seemed like sometimes like you just didn't give a fuck when we were growing up. Like you weren't like trying to be a dick to people, but you just said shit to see if you could get like reactions out of them. It sounds like typical Kevin. You would have said that to my brother, like.
Yeah, because it wasn't like being mean or anything, but it was just because like, dude, for me, it's always been about the comedy, even as a teenager, dude. It was like, because like, I don't know, that's one thing I always remembered about you, and I tell everybody this, dude, but you made me laugh the hardest out of anybody, dude. Like when we were in high school, like when we get stoned, like at my house or your house or whatever, and like, you told that kid fucking Santa Claus wasn't real, dude. Like was, dude. You made me laugh so hard. Like you just get like a high pitched scream. Like I don't know. It was like be like what junk, like that type of shit. And it's like I don't know, dude. You'd always crack me up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The funny thing about that too is like I actually had Liz, like our daughter, talk to me about it, and like she'll like say witty things back to me, or she'll be sarcastic, and I'll like strike back at her with something witty, and she's like, how do you get like, and I was like, I got like that. I'm pretty sure because I was made fun of a lot as a kid, and I just had to learn to be witty. And then I got older, and I was just like a sarcastic asshole to everybody, and I just stopped giving a fuck. And that's just kind of how, I started becoming, and I still am to this day. Like I'll be at work, and everyone's like, you're an asshole, and I'm like, yeah, or like I'm a very trustworthy person and shit, but like I do like to bullshit a lot. And like I remember this last week I was at work and I was saying something, I don't even remember what the fuck it was, but we were talking about something stupid, and I made up some stupid ass fucking definition for something, and people were like, is that really what it means? And I was like, yeah. And then someone started laughing, and I'm like, Trevor's fucking he's not serious. And then the person I was bullshitting with was like, why would you tell me a lie like that? Like I trusted you. And I was like, why would you trust me? Like I always do this.
It's like it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's like just because you're a gullible person, dude, doesn't make it my fault or your fault. Stop fucking believing everything people say, dude. That's why people believe CNN all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
Gullible.
And I tell people like that's how you know if somebody's known me for a while, because if I've known you long enough and you've been around me, like you can call me on my bullshit every single time. It's like the people who are like, I don't get it. Like, does Trevor hate me because he gives me shit? The people who know me are like, no, if he didn't talk to you and didn't give you shit, then he doesn't like you. And that's just my personality, I guess. Right. Like, like I'm a really faithful friend and stuff, but it's like, you don't know me that well if you think that I'm throwing jabs at you to be an asshole. I'm always doing it to fuck around,
Yeah,
So,
dude. No, man, and like, dude, and when we were kids, dude, I mean, that's all you did, like, and you
Yeah.
know, like you just give people shit just to give people shit. It's like, again,
Yeah.
it kind of built like there's a point of like when you like when you're fucking with somebody, it can be too much. But I mean, when you're just lightheartedly doing it, throughout an evening, I mean, dude, that just builds character.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we've talked about it, I think, every time we've had a talk on your podcast, or like anytime we've reminisced about something. But I mean, Sean West was a really good friend. He was a good dude, but just to be a dick, I pushed him out of Eric's van while it was moving that one time, So it's like, I wasn't trying to be a dick, but dude, you were standing there
Well, he was standing
with the door
there.
open while we were driving.
It's like he was asking for it, dude. Like you can't pass up an opportunity like that, dude.
Yeah, it's not like I pushed him on the concrete. There was snow, so there was something to pack his fall. Wasn't that bad? But
yeah, dude. Oh my god, those nights though of like going to like the football games and the high school basketball games, dude. Those were the best, dude.
Yeah, for sure. We caused a lot of bullshit too.
The fucking I always remember was it Trent and fucking Duger taking acid, and then we were like up there in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Then we almost got Eric like expelled that day because like it was like I forget who the hell was all in there, dude, but there was like 3 or 4 of us in his van, and like because Eric was in a wheelchair. Remember how because like remember when you pushed Sean out, we were driving away from the gym towards the junior parking lot, sophomore parking lot. And so like Eric got a park like right up next to the gym and shit. And so we were like out there during the middle of a game, like trying to smoke mushrooms or something out of a pipe. Like it was like something obscure, It's like, who's smoking mushrooms out of a pipe, dude? I'll tell you what, dude, 16, 17-year-olds, dude, that's who,
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, like Mr. Wright comes out and like we all just fucking took off running towards Titan, dude, just fucking balls and balls. So they pulled Eric out in the middle of the game, dude, and searched his fucking van. Like,
oh yeah,
if like we're still friends with Eric, it's like a miracle, dude. Like for all this shit we caused between everybody, dude. Like everybody just like it was all just a bunch of shit causing that year, dude. That was like it was like kind of like I don't want to say anarchy, but it was just a free for all. It felt like
it was kind of like a Yakima version of like CKY or some shit, like kind of. I mean,
no, you're right.
Because I see some of the shit they do in those.
We just
movies.
didn't film ours.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all too poor to own a fucking video camera. Trent probably could have afforded one, but we got one a couple years later, I guess.
Yeah, and that's when you started your show and stuff.
Yeah,
which is, I mean, it's still
sense.
awesome.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that we would go from all those shenanigans we did in high school to like doing a public access show.
Yeah.
But yeah, go back. Yeah. Let's keep talking. What other stories you got, dude? What other stories you got from back like when we were in high school?
Well, I remember one time. I remember one time me and Chad were actually skating down from because I lived on 31st down the street from the hospital, and I remember we were skating and we were going down that huge hill, and we were just bombing this fucking hill.
Is that Bonnie Doon? And where were you coming down? Like
we were coming down 31st from the hospital.
Oh yeah, that's a huge hill. Yeah, that's a huge hill.
So we were coming down the hill, and it's like, me and Chad are bombing this hill, and I'm like, we're loving it. Like we're going fast as fuck. It's a nice cool temperature. We're getting the breeze and shit. Fucking yelling, throwing up the horns and shit. And I look back and I look at Chad and he's looking at me and we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then I look forward again. And I'm still just like, digging this hill. And I turn around and all I see is a fucking skateboard. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't even notice in my peripherals that I don't know how he fucking did it, but this fucker fell off his skateboard and rolled next to me. And like, I looked down beside my board and there he is, like fucking monkey rolling down this fucking concrete hill and shit. And I was like, oh shit. And I had to jump off my skateboard and he had like blood all over him and shit. Like, I guess he had hit a rock and it caused his fucking skateboard to like fucking.
Yeah, it's a dead stop, dude. Just like, you're flying, dude. We've all been there.
Yeah, he fell right off. And I was like, fuck, man. And, it was just funny because I look back and Chad's gone and I just see a skateboard. I'm like, oh shit, he's right there. He's fucking on the ground and shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. And then
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I was just gonna say I remember Dustin like that summer at some point, dude, he was going down 36 on his longboard, dude. Because he was like a very early adopter of the longboard, dude. I remember a lot of people having longboards in like 2002. And dude, yeah, he did the same shit, dude. He fucking hits a rock and just like, I remember his elbow, like his whole arm or whatever, just like fucked up that summer.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, man, like I'm actually surprised. I talk to my brother all the time about it because when we did like crazy shit all the time and stuff, like he always seemed to get caught. And I did just as much, if not more, fucked up shit than he did. And I was like, I don't know how I didn't get caught doing a lot of this fucking shit. Like, I mean, I probably shouldn't tell this story, but for legal reasons. But
what's the
before I
podcast
joined
no
the
one
Air
listens to,
Force-
dude? No worries, no one's listening.
I don't care. What's it called? The fucking statute of limitations. I'm not worried about it. But so like after I had decided to join the Air Force, me and my friends, I had a couple friends that lived out in East Valley, and me and a bunch of my friends were like, I got drunk one night and we all went to these hills like in the mountains of East Valley, and I was so fucking wasted I don't even remember where the fuck they were, but I grabbed a bunch of my friends. It was like 4th of July weekend.
I know the hills out there, dude. I know what hills you're talking about.
Yeah, all the gravel roads and stuff up the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we were going up there and I was so drunk that night, or that previous time, that I had no idea where we were going. So we basically pull up this hill up into the mountains in Terrace Heights, and we take like all of our cars and we go behind this little fucking this part of the mountain or whatever, and it's 4th of July and we're all sitting out there, and we grabbed like a whole bunch of beer and liquor, and we had fireworks and all this shit. And when we got up there, we had all the cars parked like facing each other, and we found this like big ass like steel tube, and for whatever reason one side of it or one end of it had like a steel like thing welded on the back, so it was basically like just a long tube that was sealed at one end. And we had all these mortars and shit like that, and we were like, dude, we can launch these out of the fucking tube. And so we're launching like bottle rockets out of it and shit, getting fucking drunk. And like I said, I'd been joining the Air Force, so everyone's like saying sir, yes sir and shit when we're launching them. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna throw this fucking mortar in here and launch that shit up, because we had done it once. And
in
the
honor
mortar
of me joining the Air Force.
Dude, yeah. And it had shot up like, a couple 100 feet and exploded, because those things have so much power,
Right.
And I was like, let me do it. So I sit on the hood of my car and I put the mortar into the fucking tube, and I'm holding it facing up, and I'm like, light it. And the wick gets lit. I'm sitting there holding it, and it goes, and it goes down to the tube, and then it just stops. And I'm like, oh shit, if this thing blows up in the tube, like I'm fucked. So I stood up, and as soon as I stood up, the tube like straightened out and shot straight out, like straight, in my field of vision. And it shot out like maybe like, I don't know, a few 100 feet into this field, and it exploded, and it lit the whole field on fucking fire. And it started like going up the hills towards these houses and shit. And we're all like, we need to get the fuck out of here now. And like, we run down there, and like literally we get like maybe 10 feet. And in just that 10 feet, like the whole field had lit up. And we're like, we're fucked, dude. We need to get out of here. So
you gotta go.
Dude, we're all hauling ass, and as we're driving out of this little area where we were parked, my friend Josh loads another one in and shoots another fucking mortar into the field next to it and lights that thing on fire. And we're like, dude, no one's gonna know. And literally, like the corner, like kitty corner around this mountain to us, we pull out, and like within the last 2 hours, like it's completely flooded with cars. And I guess everyone's ideas were, let's go up here and watch the fireworks. So all these people are like looking at us as we're peeling out of these roads and shit. And we're like hauling ass as like all this fire is engulfing the side of like the Terrace Heights mountains. And like as we're hauling ass down there, like I see fire trucks and ambulances and shit like hauling ass up there. And I'm drunk at the time, so I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna make it in the Air Force. I'm gonna go to jail. Like I'm in fucking trouble. And like, dude, it just scared the shit out of me. And nothing ended up, we ended up getting away with it, but everything was fine. Thank God no one was hurt and stuff like that. But dude, I thought like my whole like plan was done. Like, I was gonna join the Air Force, and now I'm fucked. And,
no, it's scary, dude. And,
dude.
And it feels like that shit happens here in like around Yakima. The hills catch on fire like every couple years, dude. Because that shit just happened this last summer. Like we were out in Tampico, and like we were coming back, in town. We just noticed like all these like fire trucks going by. We're like, what the fuck's going on? Then all of a sudden you just see the smoke coming off because it was off Autanum on the other, the opposite side of East Valley or whatever. And yeah, whole shit just fucking lit up, dude. And like I think it got started on the White Swan side. It was on the reservation side, but like it went on over to our side, dude. It was like fucking crazy, dude. Drive past it. Yeah, dude, it's still all fucked up.
I noticed that when I lived in Wenatchee too. Like when I got out and I lived in Wenatchee from like 2014 to 2017, like everywhere in Washington that's not like super rainy all the time just catches fire and lights up like every damn summer. Like the 3 years I was there, like I didn't even think about it until I moved back, and then I was like, shit, I remember shit catching fire all the time. And it's always something, you know, like a bottle rocket or a cigarette being thrown off on the side of the road or something.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. You got to be careful with those cigarette butts. I remember every time I drive with Brandon Allen, dude, I'll just see him throw cigarette butts out the window. I'm like, dude, like, you could start a fucking fire, like, legitimately that way, dude.
I mean, it's not that big a deal, really. Like, I mean, littering or whatever, I'm not like, a huge advocate for littering. It's
no,
whatever,
like, a lit cigarette, though. I mean, there's a difference between one that's out and one's lit.
And I mean, you don't want to be that guy that the cops, like, you know, because sometimes they can find him and people will be like, oh, this guy did it. And it's like, well, fuck, I got caught because I threw a fucking cigarette out of my window. And, you know.
You got to be careful, dude. Like, I always had a policy when I still smoked cigarettes and smoked in my car, dude. I would always, like, make sure if I was going to have to throw it out, dude, I'd always, like, just let it burn out or something. I was just always so paranoid about throwing a lit cigarette outside, dude. You know, unless it was, like, wintertime, I guess, and, like, there was, like, snow on the ground. That'd be the only exception.
Yeah.
I always remember, I think it was like Bobby Holmes always like, I remember him telling a story about how he got pulled over one time for throwing a cigarette out, but like the cop let him off because it was wintertime. He was just like, you know, hey, just don't be a dick. You know, just fucking make sure you fucking, you know, put that shit out. So,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to Sean West? I haven't heard from him in forever.
Sean West? Dude, I haven't talked to Sean West probably since like 2016 or something. Like I talked to him, I think about a year ago or so, but it was like, you know, he's down in Kentucky. He's got a family. You know, he's doing good down there, it seems like.
Oh, shit. I didn't know he was in Kentucky. Is he still in the military, you know?
Nah, dude. He is out of the military. I forget exactly how he got out of there. But, yeah, I mean, I guess he's on Facebook. I mean, I don't ever see him on there, but I've heard that he's on there. So.
Yeah, I haven't. Last time I really talked to him was like, I think the last couple of years after we were all there for your wedding, actually, when he like dated Sarah Hargraves for a little bit, and then
I think it was like 2006. Then
it's a while ago.
But crazy, dude. Shit.
Yeah,
cool. Were you there? Were you there for that wedding? Like, I don't even remember who was all there.
Yeah, well, I was working at Waffles Cafe as a dishwasher, and I got off in time to go to your like
reception,
basically your ceremony, and then like we had all the. Like, I remember it was at this, like, the museum.
The reception was at the Yakima Valley Museum, right?
Yeah, that's okay. It was your reception I was able to make it to.
Yeah.
Because I remember you had a whole bunch of, like, I remember you had Fat Tire and a whole bunch of damn good beer there. And then Eric played Bro Hymn.
His dad's band fucking played, which was really cool because, like, his dad, like, his dad and Eric played for free, dude, because, like, you know, we're family friends and shit. But, like, the only person I had to pay was, like the bassist or something. Like, that was the only person I had to.
Really?
Like, yeah, dude, straight up. Like, you know, which is cool. Like, I would have paid them all, you know, at the time. But, like, shit, dude, I got married when I was, like, 19, dude. I was, like, 20, like, barely 20 at that point. That was that wedding reception is, like, crazy because, like, under normal circumstances, dude, the fucking police would have been called. Because, like, there were so many drunk underage people, like, there. Because, like, dude, we're all underage, dude. Like, I remember, like, my father-in-law taking me to the store. He's like, yeah, we're going to get, you know, because I don't know. He thought maybe, like, our friends were going to be respectable, you know, like, oh, we're just going to have a drink or two and, you know, like, be adults. But it's like, dude, we're all, like, 18, 19, 20, dude. So it's like, what are you going to do with, like, free booze is being offered? You know, and it's like the only reason the cops didn't get called is because the lady that was running the event, like, used to go to church with us when we were kids. When I was a kid, so like,
dude, I didn't even think of that
stuff. Yeah,
we drank so much when we were younger. I didn't even realize that we were underage when we were drinking at your reception.
All of us, in the Yakima Valley Museum, like, it's the most rowdiest, like, reception I'm sure that place has ever fucking seen.
Yeah, I remember. Everyone was hammered, and I remember Sean had to carry Sarah out because she was fucking wasted.
Yeah, like Trent. I'm pretty sure Trent banged her in the fucking. Because remember, Trent took her into the bathroom,
Yeah.
and
God.
then yeah, oh my god, dude, she was all wasted and she had no underwear on. Again, like they were carrying her out, and apparently, like my father-in-law saw her cooch.
This shit hammered. And then we
Yeah.
went out to I think Wiley City, was
Tampico.
that
Yeah, it was out of
James?
Tampico. It was at our
Or
family
yeah,
property out
Tampico.
there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I remember going out there too. And that's where I remember
Yeah.
Nina was there with some dude she was dating. I don't know if he was Hispanic or Indian or whatever,
Yeah.
but I remember she was hanging out with him, and she had taken my Boy Scout shirt for whatever reason and was like, I'm gonna wear this. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Okay.
And I remember at the end of the night, I was drunk and I was like, where's my Boy Scout shirt? And she's like, I need to
Yeah.
wash it. And I go, why? And
What?
she goes, because I was doing stuff with my boyfriend and he got jizz on it. And I was like, you can fucking keep
You
that Boy
bitch.
Scout shirt. I'm not going to fucking wear that shit.
You let your boyfriend
And I
come
was-
on my Boy Scout shirt? You fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
they used it as like a rag or some shit. I was like, you bitch. And for like 10 years, I was like, you owe me a fucking Boy Scout shirt.
Oh, dude.
Because it wasn't like my old school one. Like I
Yeah.
had sewn like patches and shit all over it, and I'm like, what? I was nice, and then you fucking do that shit, and like, which is
Dude.
whatever, It was just funny. I was like, you fucking bitch.
I don't know,
But-
dude. I would probably hold on to that one if I were to see her, in 2021 and just be like, hey, man, you still owe me for that.
Yeah.
Like, I know you don't forget letting, your boyfriend use it as a fucking rag, dude. That's not
Yeah.
cool, dude.
And they're not even together anymore. So it's
Oh, they
like,
probably
what the
broke
fuck
up like 2 weeks after that, dude. It meant nothing.
Yeah, I know. But it was funny. I was like, fucking A,
Yeah.
man. I love that shirt.
Dude,
Now
I
it's
have
like
a
tainted.
yeah, I have a similar story about Nina, dude. She stole my fucking. I had a jacket. It's kind of similar to a Boy Scout, uniform, but like I had a jacket where I had all these band patches sewn onto, and like somehow I forget, dude. Somewhere around like 2005, 2006, dude, because she like hung out with us like a lot, dude. Like her and her family, dude. Those sisters, the Parton sisters, dude. We hung out with them a lot, dude.
Mhm.
But yeah, she had somehow ended up with my jacket, and to this day, I obviously never getting that one back. That was like around that same time frame.
I remember. Yeah, she dated Chris Adolph for quite a while.
Yep, that would have been that sophomore year, dude, like 2002,
Yep.
because she went out with Sean, and then yeah, she hooked up with fucking Adolf, dude. I remember that them being at my house, and somehow Chris Adolf had his truck on my grass, and like somehow did a spin out or something. My mom got fucking pissed off.
That was when they were in PUA, I think.
Yep, that would have
Back
been the
in the
PUA days. Back
Yeah.
going to the zone, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. I still talk to Ed Mejia. He's in a band with my buddy Patrick and all them.
Yeah, no, I
They're-
still talk to Ed too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ed's a good dude, man. Well, they're all good dudes. I
Mhm.
miss a lot of people from Yakima. I mean, it sucks, but I mean, I'll eventually make it back that way sometime, We
Not
miss
missing
Washington.
out on much around here, dude. This is it is what it is around here. I'd
Well,
rather
if we did,
out than fucking Washington State anyway, dude. I'd be getting out of Washington State at this point. Dude. Fuck
yeah.
that.
If we did, I mean, I don't know. Yakima sucks, but it's home, But
Yeah,
if
I
we
get
did
you.
ever move back, we'd probably move out to like West Valley too, because it
Yeah.
seems like the ghetto is moving more towards 40th and stuff. And
Yeah.
the further out in West Valley you live, the less crime and whatever is
Yeah.
going on. So
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even really know what the crime rate is over there because like Dustin still lives over like on that end at his parents' house, and like for the most part, it seems like it seems all right, dude. But like, yeah, my father-in-law used to live on Yakima Ave, like not next to 16th, but somewhere within that range of like 24th and 16th, and they were always saying, yeah, they're like alleyways were getting, people were getting shit broken into and stuff, and like, so I guess the crime is there. But I don't know. You don't really hear about it, especially. I mean, yeah, living out in West Valley. I mean, yeah, fucking. I would definitely buy up some fucking property out here, dude, for sure. Get some land. Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool place to grow up and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
so. I mean, the crime here is. I mean, they have crazy shit going on here too. Like, there's a news article or whatever here about this chick went to one of the Walmarts or some shit, and they're telling her she couldn't drink inside or whatever, so she bought a bottle of wine and poured it all into a Pringles can and was riding around it. Yeah, but that was here. I was like, okay, whatever. That whole Tiger King thing that's all over Netflix has happened like 30 minutes from us. So,
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
only
it was
watched like barely one episode of that shit. I didn't really get into that. I try to get at like whenever there's a fad going on around, I don't pay that much attention to it.
I didn't either until my friend who I work with said that it happened like half an hour from here. Then I was like, okay, let me kind
Yeah, I
of
would check it out too if yeah, for sure.
yeah. And he met one of the guys there. The guy actually had both of his legs eaten off by one of the tigers, so he has like these prosthetic legs with tattoos all over him. Yeah.
Like, what's up, guys?
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't stop me from working with the tigers. I'm like, shit, if something bit my fucking legs off, I'd be like, nah, I'm done. Not doing that anymore.
Peace.
But I
Get
mean,
out of there.
yeah, more power to him. I mean, that's what you like doing.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're still playing shows down there in Texas, are you? Like, I think I saw Holly post something about like you guys were down there playing a show or something.
Yeah, so I think the last time we talked on your podcast, I was playing guitar in a winter funeral, but in January of last year, well, it was like December, we split up, and in January I joined a band called Trigger the Dead. I've been with them ever since, but we've been playing shows, a lot of shows with a bunch of cool bands and stuff in Oklahoma.
Nice.
And here it's like we use 7-string guitars. It's like low, it's kind of like Meshuggah kind of sounding stuff, but the guys they're really cool guys. They're a little bit older than me. Our vocalist is like 2 years younger than me, but the other guys are like in their early 40s. So there's like very low drama.
That's what's
like,
up, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're not about that, any of that band drama or anything. So it's really cool just to be able to play and like collaborate with some dudes who just want to write music and not have any drama with it and whatever. So.
Fuck,
man,
man,
it's fun.
You guys are lucky down there, dude. I haven't played a show since fucking March, dude. Like I haven't been on stage since fucking March. Yeah, all that shit got shut down, dude. Like there's nothing going on up here. It hasn't been anything going on all year.
Yeah, our shows in Oklahoma stopped because of that, but there's like 2 places here in town that like one of them is called the Deep End where we play at.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, it's actually like an arcade with a bunch of like old school arcade cabinets, and like they serve alcohol.
Nice.
So it's like
I want to open something up like that, dude. That's a perfect fucking business, dude.
Dude, they get a lot of business.
I bet they do.
Have us play, and when basically when the state was like, you guys can't do this, you're a bar. They're like, no, we're not. We're an arcade that serves alcohol, and so they kind of like use a loophole so we can still play and stuff, and like.
Nice.
I mean, we still play quite a bit. Like, I'm kind of digging it because for a while we were like playing shows like every weekend and stuff. So it's kind of nice to be able to just chill and like write and like, focus on work and family life and stuff. But I mean, we've met a lot of cool bands.
I miss that shit though, dude. I miss like performing, dude, because like all I was doing was just like stand-up comedy shows, like mainly open mics. Like we had 3 open mics going here in Yakima when all that shit got shut down. Like there's this place called like something, I don't know. It's like right on Yakima Avenue, dude. It's that same concept like you were talking about, a bunch of old arcade, cabinets, and they serve booze and shit and like food. And it's a cool little spot, dude. We just started an open mic there on Monday nights, and like it is very like infamousy, dude. Like we had a good crew of people that were running it, and it just again COVID, it just took it away, dude. And like we had one on Tuesday, and then we also had one on Thursday, dude. And then like people were having like various pop-up shows all around town for comedy, so it was like a real healthy scene here. And then fucking COVID killed it, dude. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to go back, dude. Like I just need a venue. We just need a venue now.
Yeah.
But,
was that at the Game and Grog place?
Wasn't Game and, well, they've done comedy shows at the Game and Grog, but like they weren't doing open mic there. It's like it's not One Up Games because that's the one store up there off of Nob Hill and 24th. It was something else, like something One Up, some type of fucking thing, like Player Up or some shit. Like, but it was like right on Yakima Ave, dude. It was where that old I don't know if you may have played there, but there's that venue on Yakima Ave. Like,
the Lair.
The Lair. That's what it was. Yeah, the Lair. They're using that same venue, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we played there a couple times.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah, it's a nice big place. There's a lot of room to do stuff. So much room for fun and activities.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the stage was fucking huge, dude. For like, we go up there for just open mics, dude. And you're like, we got this huge fucking area. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck do I do with this? Yeah. I mean, we were gonna start doing shit. Like, we had a whole plan going into this last summer, dude. Like, Like we were gonna like really hit it fucking hard, dude. And it was like it just got all taken away, dude. It just pisses me off to this day. Like I'll never let that go.
Yeah, it
Like
sucks.
Like stand-up comedy, I think will come back at some point, dude. But it's just, right now, I just like just a couple days ago, I really kind of just let go of it. It's like even like because you're always thinking about it, like but like I'm just like all right, focused on this into the new year and stuff. So it's like try to build up the podcast. I'm gonna try to start doing some more videos and stuff, and just really try to build that up more. Because again, I don't think stand-up comedy is coming back anytime soon here in Washington State.
So are you doing this like in the place of your normal podcast? Or are you still doing your podcast and then this is just kind of like a bonus thing? Like when you have
dude, I've just beefed up the podcast even more. Dude. I've started doing more podcasts this year. Because before, when I was doing stand-up comedy, I was just doing the podcast no one listens to. And then I was also doing that In the Mouth of Madness with Dustin and Brandon, where we like watch movies and like talk shit. And it was fun, dude. Like we did that for the longest time. But then around when COVID hit is like when we stopped doing that podcast. And I continued on with this one. And then I've added on a wrestling podcast I do with my buddy Jay McNay. Me and him record. Again, it's kind of the same concept as In the Mouth of Madness. We watch wrestling though, and we just go off on tangents. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I've been doing that, dude. That's all I've been doing because there's nothing else to do. It's just podcasting. So that's basically all I do these days.
Yeah.
And take care of kids. That's it.
Yeah. I wouldn't know where to start if I've thought about doing a podcast or whatever, but I was like, nah, I wouldn't have subject material. Like you're pretty animated and you can keep people engaged. So like, it's good at what you're doing and stuff. Yeah, man. But I like listening to stuff, but I couldn't do it, man. I'd be like, all right, well, I'll probably only be able to go for like 5 minutes and I'll have nothing interesting. Yeah. Probably just basically stories. Like,
well, that's like, to me, I don't know. Like I know, like they always say, like, oh, the idea of just standing around and just talking, like that's like it's kind of like there's so many of those types of podcasts out there. But to me personally, dude, like I like hearing people's stories and like the good stories, the bad stories, the fun stories. Like I like to learn. Like to me, it's like a podcast is all about like meeting this person, and getting to know that person, whoever that person is, that host of that podcast and stuff. It's like. To me, it's real life. I've always like looked at podcasting as like it's real life. That's what it is, and like it's not some fake ass fucking, Lifetime show or some shit. I don't know, dude. Like some crappy cable fucking TV show, and I don't know. I've always enjoyed the concept of it, and like for the longest time, dude. Like I always had an idea for a podcast, but then it was just like wanted to do it. I just never did it, dude. And then I finally did it, and I've kept it going for fucking almost 4 years at this point.
Yeah. It's been going for a long time. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we did that TV show for 9 years, like straight, pretty much. So the dedication is there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead.
You have a pretty cool setup. Like everything is really clear. That mic seems to be working. How much was that mic?
Like $99 or so. It's like about $100.
Oh,
a little bit over 100.
That's not bad. It's
Yetis.
Good. Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's it works pretty good, dude. I'm actually looking in this year. Like I said, dude, like I'm kind of like doubling down on the podcast now, going into the new year, just because like again, no stand-up comedy is coming back anytime soon. So like, I really want to I want to get one of those like Zoom recorders, like just like a 4-channel or whatever, and like and I want to like get actual mics, separate mics and stuff, so people can sit down and like we have each of us has their own mic and headset, and like we'll do it like legit, and then like buy a couple cheap cameras or whatever and just like set them up. To take it to that next fucking level, then I have to have somebody in here with me the whole fucking time switching in between the cameras. So which like honestly I could probably get Jory to do that, but I don't know. I smoke weed during the podcast, so it's like you don't really want him in the room with you when you're smoking weed. I got it.
Yeah. But it sucks, man. I'm jealous. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to legalize it here, but I mean, eventually.
Well, Joe Rogan's there now, dude. So he's gonna push the effort,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, man.
But cool. Dude, it's probably gonna get legalized. Like, I don't know, like, because I know they passed that bill in like the House, trying to like decriminalize it federally, and like I haven't heard anything since. But it's supposed to go up to the Senate. And I guess there was an idea that it's probably going to get shot down, but which is stupid because it's like, oh, we need money. Yeah. It's like there's free money right there, dude. Like ask any of the states that have legalized it, dude. They're making tax money off that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I tell everyone at work I love smoking weed, but I was like, I like the job too. But I mean, all I'm gonna do is wait until they legalize it here. And I told them if they legalize it, you guys are never gonna see me the same again. Because if you see me outside of work, I'm gonna be blazed as fuck, and I don't give a shit. Because
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite things to do. So
I fucking love smoking. I haven't drank booze in like 5 months at this point, dude. So like I've kind of like gone back and like into the mode of just smoking weed like all the time, dude. Like for my stocking this year, my wife, like, I tell her every year, she's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Just go spend $100 at the fucking weed store, dude." Like, fill it full of fucking, like, so like she got me a bunch of fucking bath bombs because I take baths like all the fucking time, dude. So like I have a shit ton of bath bombs and a bunch of fucking edibles and joints, and I got a blunt. I got like a couple blunts and stuff, dude. Like, I don't know. I love smoking weed, dude.
yeah,
Two of the
that's
best
awesome,
things.
man.
Yeah.
Sucks here, but I mean, it's whatever. I quit for 7 years when I joined the Air Force.
Yeah.
So I'll quit and I'll smoke again.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you still drink?
Yeah, I mean, I drank last night. My senior at work, he bought me like 12 packs of like fucking amazing German beers. So
Nice.
I mean, I don't drink as much. I still drink. Like, if I drink, like, I'm not gonna drink one beer and be done. Like, if I drink a beer, I'm gonna have.
You're gonna have a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I still do, but I mean, it's not like when we were teenagers, we could drink a fuckload and then be good the next day. Yeah. Like, if I drink like 12 beers, I'll feel it the next day. But I just drink a bunch of water and wake up throughout the night, hydrate, and then I'll wake up and hopefully I don't have a fucking hangover. But I still like to drink. Just pretty much beer, but
I like to drink too, dude. Like I said, man, the last 5 months I haven't drank, dude, but I was drinking there for like a good year and a half. I was back on, having beers and like, I actually started getting into like whiskey and stuff, dude, and like just sipping whiskey throughout the night. Like I thought, like, to me, that was like such a good, like, it's such a good buzz, dude, to just drink straight whiskey. I think, not taking shots, but like, just sipping off some shit.
Yeah, just like like a small drink glass with some whiskey on the rocks and stuff is pretty good.
Yeah,
get some fire in your fucking belly and get a good buzz going.
And then you get like a cigar, dude. Like, I don't know, dude. Yeah, like I could get down cigars. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't, because I get this like addictive. You get like addictive personality with it. So you're like, I want to smoke a cigar all the fucking time. It's like, no, maybe every once in a while, but like, I can't be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
It just sucks also because none of our friends smoke cigars either. So it's like you go out there and you're like, you want to smoke a cigar, you want to stand out there for like an hour and a half or something, dude. But everybody's like, 10 minutes, smoke a cigarette, they want to go back inside. So you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Especially if they have like the Pall Malls or something you smoke through in like 30 seconds.
Oh, fucking like, Pall Malls, dude.
Yeah.
To me, Pall Malls represent like a drive to the 7-Eleven at like 3:00 in the fucking morning drunk, with Eric. And all you can muster is enough money to buy a pack of Pall Malls, dude. Because that's what Pall Malls always represented to me.
Yeah, it just tastes like dirty air with like a smog taste added to it. I hate Pall Malls. I've always hated Pall Malls, but those were like the cigarettes me and my friends would steal from our parents when we were younger and shit. Like, oh, cool, we got some Pall Malls or King Mountains or some shit like that.
King Mountains, actually, like, when they first came out, King Mountains were fucking garbage, dude. They tasted like those fucking pre-rolled cigarettes. My mom would always get the pre-rolled cigarettes because we were so fucking poor. So, like, with the machines and stuff. And, like, that's what the King Mountains first were like, dude. But, like, then they, like, switched it up, like, a couple years later. And actually, I mean, like, if I were to still be smoking cigarettes, I'd probably still buy King Mountains. They're so cheap.
Yeah. I haven't in a long time.
Those were my two cigarettes of choice back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually smoked like Turkish Silvers or Turkish Gold, the Camel stuff, but.
Well, I remember in high school, dude, like we smoked Camels all the time, dude. Like for the longest time, Camels were like the cigarette of choice. But like, I don't know, dude. It was like, I want to say, dude, like probably around like 2007, 8 or so. It kind of feels like they like switched up their cigarette. Cause like every time I'd smoke a Camel, it didn't feel like you were getting like a really good draw off it. It's like whatever, like you get in your throat and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like, it felt like they changed something. So that's why I switched over to Marbs, dude. Cause I was just like, I'll try Marbs then. And like, I got like a really, like, to me, that was just a way better fucking feeling off of Marbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in high school, dude, Camels were the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Do you still
Yeah, I
smoke
used to
cigarettes?
always
Or?
smoke camels. No, like I vape a little bit,
Yeah,
just because I've been trying to quit smoking, but other than that, not really.
that's good.
My friend's mom passed away, um, so like I've been thinking about quitting anyways. So
Mhm.
like he kind of quit and started vaping, so I was like, "Fuck it, dude,
Yeah,
I will too." And
no, that's
so it's
what's up.
kind of yeah, kept me from quit smoking. Like, I mean, I won't lie. There are some times when I'll get drunk and I'll be like, "Oh, I want a fucking cigarette," but for the
Mhm.
most part, vaping will take that, will
Yeah,
curb
take
that.
the edge off. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. When I quit smoking, dude, that I had to quit drinking along with the smoking just because like I couldn't do that, dude. Like every time I got drunk, I'm like, fucking give me a cigarette. I don't fucking
yeah,
care. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, fuck, like 6 months wasted, like
yeah.
quitting
It's
one
like
night.
uh, then your throat tastes like cigarettes because you
Yeah.
smoke like 2 packs in the night, and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, dude, for real.
Yeah. No, I don't know. You get to a point that like once you do quit for a while and you kind of get that under your belt, you can manage a good drunk night being around like smokers and stuff. Like you remember Ray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like I'd always fuck with him, dude. Like whenever I'd get drunk with him, I'd be like, give me a cigarette, Ray. He'd always give it to me, dude. But I'd always be like, oh, you're a bad fucking friend, and like throw the cigarette in his face. Yeah, dude. This shit was fucking fun, dude. Um,
Good old Ray, man.
yeah, dude. So yeah, dude. I mean, like, I guess we could move towards the end, but before we like ended the podcast, I wanted to talk about video games. Fucking, you got the PlayStation 5, dude. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, I got lucky. Actually, Holly got that because I was at work when the shit came out, and I got home, and she's like, "I didn't get it," and I was like, "It's all good."
Mhm.
They're all out. Like they released them when we were at work and stuff. But she stayed up for 4 hours, like on Best Buy's website, like refresh, refresh,
Oh wow.
refresh, and then like I was falling asleep, and she's like, "I got one." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She's like, "Yeah, I got one." And I mean,
Wow.
it's cool, man. Like I've been like, if I'm not playing music or at work, I'm usually playing some sort of game or something.
Mhm.
But it's a cool system.
What kind of TV do you have for? Are you playing it on?
Um, we bought a 75-inch.
Yeah,
It's a
that's what's up, dude.
Samsung 4K something.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we got the same TV, but it's 55-inch in the room, and like
Oh well, you
we
got a
have
55-inch in your room. That's fucking
yeah.
awesome, dude. That's dope.
Well, we got it, and what was weird is the remotes are like getting smaller. So like instead of having all these buttons, there's only like 10 buttons, and there's a thing you can press and like talk to it and shit. And like it's fucking weird. Like I had to readjust how I use the TV because there's all these different settings and shit. And like
Mhm.
I don't know, it's cool. Like we just find good deals. Like this
Yeah.
55-inch was like $300,
Oh, it's
and we were
fucking
at
yeah. It's
Sam's
a
Club.
really good deal, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Holly went there for bananas. And I was like, holy shit, this 55-inch TV is $300. She's like, if you don't buy it, I'm fucking buying it. So I was like, well, let's fucking get it.
You said it was Samsung?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Samsung.
Samsung's good. Fucking yeah, that's a really good brand.
Yeah.
Well, it
But
seems like
yeah,
for
I
the
mean, I'm
most part,
looking,
most TVs coming out today, dude. It seems like like the upper the LGs, the Sonys, the Samsungs, they're all putting out quality products. It seems like.
yeah, they're all, I mean, I don't see a huge difference. Like when we go to like Best Buy or whatever and see them all
Mhm.
next to each other, they all look
Yeah.
significantly better. You know,
Hmm.
I remember I had a 60 or a 70-inch before this one, and I bought it when I got out of the Air Force. They gave me like some um, separation pay, and that was like $2,500, for that 70-inch. And
That's
then
yeah.
it's yeah, and that
Yeah.
that was like it's not even 4K, and we got this 4K one,
Hmm.
and it's just you got to know the right time when to buy
Yeah.
technology because it's like people have to have it right now, and like if you just wait a year or so, like the prices
It's
significantly
significantly
drop on
cheaper.
shit like that,
Yeah.
so
No, I hear
yeah.
you, man. Yeah, that's how we got our because we have like a 72-inch or something, and that's what ended up happening for us, dude. Like we went to Best Buy and like just on a random dude, they were like, "Oh yeah, we got this 72-inch, on sale for $900." It's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, all right, and it's like maybe
Yeah.
like the model before, it's not necessarily the most nice, it's not the latest model, but dude, I mean, like, dude, it's whatever, bro. It's 4K,
Yeah.
roll with it,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, we grew up playing on the old school like tube TVs and shit that had to be
Yeah.
on channel 3. So like,
Yeah.
everything just gets better for us. So it's not,
Yeah. Remember those old box like flat plasma like ones or whatever? Like those ones were like they're super heavy and shit. Like those were probably popular like 03 to like 09 or something, like 2010.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those were great. I remember the first night I ever got one of those, I had my 64, dude, and I hooked it up to it, playing on this huge thing. I'm like, whoa, this is like the greatest thing ever. It's like 2006, dude, like everything, like, and especially for us, I mean, like we grew up with like a Nintendo, like Nintendo. Like when Super Nintendo came out, it was like what game changer, dude. To this day, like it's still one of my favorite fucking systems.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
That and PS1 had like the best games, in my opinion.
I was always into the 64, dude. Like my dad bought me a PS1, like the first one, and like it was fun and everything. Like we had Twisted Metal and like WWF for the arcade game. Like I never got into like Resident Evil or anything like that until I was like much older. But like I was always into the 64 just for the wrestling games and like Tony Hawk. Like I always thought Tony Hawk was better on the 64 compared to the PlayStation. Even though the PlayStation, like I did play Tony Hawk on the PlayStation when Dustin got one of those minis. And PlayStation Mini, and like I was like, actually this is a little bit better. But I don't know. I was always into the Nintendo 64 though.
Yeah. Are you still gaming on anything, or you too busy?
Nah, man. I still I don't get to play as often as I want. A lot of times it's just like I'm like busy, just moving around, doing whatever. I don't have like a lot of downtime. It feels like, but like I'll sit there and like watch the kids play Minecraft. Like I watch my youngest play video games a lot, and it's always fun. But like if I do, like before we started recording, I got like a couple PlayStation gift cards, so I bought some games on there. I got that Injustice. You ever played those ones? Like the DC, So,
they're good, man.
Those are fun, dude. Yeah. So I got the second one for $5, dude, and then I got the new Star Wars like Jedi Fallen game from last year. And
Fallen Order.
Yeah, and then I got the Street Fighter. Yeah, I got Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition with all the old Street Fighter games. So, yeah, and I got was it Resident Evil 7 like Biohazard? I got that too.
Oh yeah, yep, the recent one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I want to play those, dude. Like man, like I feel like in 10 years when all my kids are grown up, dude, that's when like I'm going to be able to like, okay, I can sit down and like, I don't know. I probably will never be able to, but it's like, I don't know. I always feel like I gotta like be up and moving around and shit. I don't know. I always have a hard time like sitting. Like when I do sit down and enjoy something, I can, but I don't know. I have like a very like short attention span or something. I don't know, maybe.
What system do you play on, Xbox or PlayStation?
Well, I got a PS4, but we also have an Xbox. Dude, I pretty much own like all the systems. Like I have a Switch, I have an Xbox, I have the PlayStation, and then I have like all my old school systems. I have an original Super Nintendo, original Sega, original Nintendo 64, and I have the Wii, and then I have an original Xbox that's modded with like SNES, NES, and Sega, and then and then it plays original Xbox games too. So I got a bunch of original Xbox games. So.
Yeah, the old school Xbox modded is badass. You can do so much shit with that.
Yeah, dude. But
That's
even
awesome.
man, even just the regular Xbox games, like those were. I mean, I don't know. I was always a PlayStation 2 guy, so I never really played the Xbox too much. But like going back now and playing a bunch of those games, like, yeah, dude, Xbox is great, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What do you play?
I'll have to get your. I play just basically PS4 and PS5. Like I have a Switch also because
I'm pretty sure we are friends on.
My youngest likes to play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're friends on the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I haven't looked at it recently, but yeah, okay. I mean, I pretty much just work a lot, and I mean, I play like Elder Scrolls and shit like that, but
that's what, I was gonna say, dude. Like when I was on there getting those games earlier, like I checked all my friends on there, and like I'm pretty sure it said, you were playing the Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, that thing consumes a lot of time just because I got like super into it. I play like the Dark Souls games and all the like really hard games. Like I don't know, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm like. I mean, other than that, all I do is work and play music and shit. So, but
it's a good life.
That's
dude.
life, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of the podcast there, Trevor Shay.
Cool,
dude.
dude.
So much for coming on.
Hell
dude.
yeah, man. Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Any final words? Any final plugs before we get out of here?
Next time we got to get Dustin on here with us.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, we were gonna do that here a couple weeks ago because Dustin was on the podcast here, but yeah, that was originally gonna be the three of us. But yeah, we gotta do that, dude. And like, dude, I was just talking to Edwin, dude, a couple weeks ago, man. Like, we should fucking try to get as many people on here and like just do a big giant fucking podcast, dude.
We should. That'd be cool.
I think so, dude. That's like the new party podcast. Like, just do it on Zoom.
Hell yeah, man! I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, did you guys have any Facebook information for your band or anything like that, or where people can check you guys out?
I mean, people can check us out. Just type in Trigger the Dead on Facebook. I mean, we've got some songs on Spotify. Okay. We got 2 songs on Spotify. I mean, I'm not gonna plug it too much. I mean, people want to listen, they can. If not, that's cool too. I mean,
no, it's cool.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, people check it out, dude, for sure.
Yeah, cool, man.
All right, Trevor. Well, dude, thank you again so much for coming on, dude. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Cool. Take it easy, man.
This podcast has been brought to you by Pizza Productions.